evening, everybody, and welcome to your Scottish football show, the Big Fat Quiz. It's round 3, so tonight we're going to get a third winner on that podium to take part eventually in the Champion of Champions quiz that we'll do at the end of this season. So stay tuned later for that. With me tonight to answer the questions that I have for them, I have a current champion from Tuesday night on the main Rabble podcast, the man who's now, I'm reliably informed, the bookie's favourite for this quiz. An underdog story almost as big as Darvel beating Aberdeen last season. It's Robert. How are we?
Listen, as you say, fresh off the back of that shock win midweek, was not expecting it. Have I been dining out on it? Certainly. So I come into this one, as you say, in good form. But looking forward to it. This is the first time I've kind of met Ross, first time I've been on with Alan on this show as well. So just looking forward to a good hour. It's been a really relaxing weekend, and hopefully it stays that way for the next hour.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, fresh off of attending the women's Old Firm victory earlier on this afternoon, we have Alan. Alan, how's it going?
Much better after that full-time whistle earlier, I must say. But it was good to meet you at the game, Connor. It was good to see you there, joining some more of the Rabblers. But don't know if I'm looking forward to this. You know, I'd actually compare this quiz to the Old Firm game. You know, I'll know if I'm looking forward to it when it's over and I see the result.
Listen, every quiz is easy if you know the answers. And of course, we have Ross. Apologies, Ross, for sort of evoking some unwelcome memories for you there.
That's cool.
But how are we doing, Ross?
No, apart from that and the weather, mate, it's getting good, thanks. How are you?
Aye, not too bad. Listen, just some ground rules for everybody in the comments and for the guys before we crack on with the quiz. There will be 5 rounds tonight in the quiz. The guys will have 15 seconds to give their answers to Martin, and then I'll move on. If an answer hasn't been given in that time, then I'm afraid that's it. Then it's no points for that answer. And we move on to the next question. You guys obviously take part in the comments, answer the questions, be honest, get your pens and papers out, make sure at the end of it when you're giving us your scores that you're being honest. I mean, we won't know, but it'll be yourself you're letting down if you lie. So, play the game. Right, gents, here we go. We'll get ourselves started then with round 1, which is all about the season so far. Now, it's early days, of course, in the season, but there is still some stuff that's happened. So, question 1 is, how many goals were scored on the opening day of the Scottish Premiership season?
Okay.
Just waiting for the thumbs up to see everybody's got their answers in. And everybody does have their answers in, so I can move on. Question 2. Who scored the first goal of the season?
So do you mean like the first minute, of all of the games on the Saturday, whatever it was?
All of the games on the opening weekend of the Scottish Premiership season, yep. Who scored the first goal?
Oh dear.
I'm gonna have to guess.
So am I.
Wild guess.
Some wild guesses coming in. We're already tripping them up early on in the quiz.
The first day of the weekend feels like another lifetime ago.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I cannot even remember that far back.
Yeah, I know. Easy to think it's actually only 3 months ago, but you're right, it does feel like a lot longer ago. Okay.
So these international breaks, Connor?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A multiple choice question for you here, so I am literally going to give you the answer for this one. How many red cards have been handed out so far this season? Is it 8 to 10, B 14, C 18, or D 22?
Is that the Premier League or all the Scottish football? That-
Premier League, boss, yeah. Aye, Premier League.
Right. Oh.
Are all the answers in? Yeah, I think so. Question 4, a 2-pointer this, so a chance to pull away in the early goings. 2 players currently are the joint assist leaders for this season. Can you name them? You'll get a point for each one that you name.
Oh, I know one of them. Oh, God, what's the other one?
I think I've nailed that right in the head. By the way, I think I've done.
Oh.
I think that's guaranteeing me 2 points. I think
The
I don't wanna
confidence here.
I don't want to be cocking a walk when I give my answers and that, but I think I've nailed that right in the.
I mean, he's won one quiz in his life, and he's all of a sudden betting big box. But hey,
The thing is, though, I don't know who it was that I think it was Fergie put in the comments that I won for the double tonight. Should it go through, it means I'm up for a treble. Should I go into the final of this competition? So it's a big season.
Could be, yeah. I mean, it could all turn around for you after what was a fairly disastrous first appearance on the Scottish Football Show quiz. So, yeah, time for redemption.
I've got McGill's on speed dial ready for the open bus tour.
Okay, and the final question, question 5.
McGill's, but
question 5 of round 1. This is one you might enjoy, Ross. How many games has Jimmy Tilleen won as Aberdeen manager so far this season?
Oh, God, I should know this, right. How many has he won now? Oh, this is going to be...
That's what seems to have...
I think I know this, but...
Some of you might wonder why I didn't give the multiple choice on that, but the simple fact is there's not really been enough games this season to justify that.
I
think I might be one out, but I've
hang on, it's
gone for it.
Oh, I'll just go for it. Oh, I'm not sure. Because we're including the league games, aren't we? Sorry.
Yes.
No, the League Cup games.
Yes, including all the games that he's played, yes.
Ross, if you don't get this one, mate, you're sacked.
This is what I hate, right? Now, yeah, exactly. It's now like, if I get an Aberdeen one wrong, that's it, I'll go home.
A lively first round. I think all the answers are in. All righty. Right then. So what's going to happen here is, folks, I haven't actually seen their answers because they're obviously going to Martin. So I'll go round the guys and ask them their answers to each question, and Martin will then come in and let me know the points total at the end. So round 1, question 1 was, how many goals were scored on the opening day of the Scottish Premiership season? Robert, what answer did you give?
I went for unlucky for some, 13.
Alan, what did you go for?
17.
Ross?
I went 14.
Well, I can tell you that none of you have got the correct answer. And it's about listening to the question, this one. On the opening day of the Scottish Premiership season, there were no goals scored.
Oh.
Because Rangers and Hearts and Ross County and Motherwell both played out 0-0 draws on the opening day.
That's a trick question, do you know?
It's not.
That's very similar.
Somebody mentioned Darvel, and then we get trick questions.
It is not a trick question, because I did specify the opening day.
I know, this is...
day. So anybody who knows the opening day had 2 games in it could figure that out. But yes.
When you said that, I know. I should have picked up on that. So you didn't say the opening fixtures. You said the opening day, and I thought that might be a trick question, but...
No harm done. No
harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. But this is why the importance of listening to the questions. Okay. Who scored the first goal of the season was question 2. Robert, what did you put for this one?
Again, I guess I went for Papi Gay.
Alan?
Not in the first game.
David Watson. That was a wild guess. I had to pick a name.
It's not a bad guess. Ross?
Well, can I just say it auto-corrected my answer, so hopefully Martin's in a good mood, but it was Kayate, not Karate. That I tried to send.
Thanks for that. Again, nobody getting any points on that question. The correct answer was Christian Trapanovsky for Dundee United in the 17th minute of the Dundee.
Bloody hell.
Or kicked off at 12:30 on the Sunday, so it was the first game on day 2 of match week 1. Off to a flyer here, folks. We're 2 questions in, and there's no point on the board. Let's see if the third question can sort that out. Question 3 was a multiple choice question. I asked how many red cards had been handed out so far this season, and the choices you had were 10, 14, 18, or 22. Robert, what did you go for?
I went for C, 18.
Ooh. Alan?
I went for C, 18 as well.
Ross?
I went for 10. I didn't actually think we did that many, but I could be wrong.
Well, I can tell you that Alan and Robert are off the mark because the correct answer was C, 18.
Brilliant. There we go.
And
No point round. So
Kilmarnock have single-handedly made up about quarter of that vote.
funnily enough, it was Kilmarnock actually.
Joe Wright's propping it up.
Yeah, well, Joe Wright is the man at the top of the red
Connor,
card.
can you just clear this up? That's 2 accusations of rigging. What's going on?
I can assure you, Gavin, absolutely no rigging going on here. After what Robert did to me in the last quiz when I was taking part, the last person I did it for, I can assure you. Okay, question 4 of round 1 was 2 players currently are joint assist leaders for this season. Can you name them? Now, this is a 2-pointer because you get a point for each one you got correct. Robert, what 2 did you go for?
I went for Aberdeen's Jamie McGrath and Celtic's Nicholas Kuhn.
Alan?
Lennon Miller, Rio Hatate.
Oh, Ross, who did you go for?
I went Jamie McGrath and then Callum McGregor.
This isn't going to help with the allegations of rigging, but Robert has got them both correct.
I knew it.
It is Jamie McGrath and Nicholas Kuhn. Do you know how many assists they've got? You don't get a bonus point, but just out of interest.
6.
I would guess 7.
Ross is bang on the banana, 6.
6, there we go.
6 apiece as it stands at the moment. Could change, but that's as it stands. And the final question. Now, Ross, I've got to be honest with you, this is one that you really should get right. The final question of round 1 was how many games has Jimmy Tilleen won as Aberdeen manager so far this season? So it's the greatest ever start to a league campaign. Robert, what did you go for?
I think I've went too high, but I went 17.
Oh, Alan?
Unlucky, 13.
And Ross?
I mean, I think they've won 10 in the league and 5 in the cup. I've gone 15.
Oh,
16 in it. It's 16 in it.
Ross and Robert have went either side of each other. The correct answer is 16.
Oh, I think it's the Dundee game. It's the Dundee game. I knew I probably miscounted it.
He's managed 18 games in total for Aberdeen, winning 16, drawing 1 and losing 1. Well, there we go, folks. Round 1 done and dusted. And the scores on the doors, I'm reliably informed from Martin. In round 1, Alan and Ross are both tied on 1 point each. And Robert, racing into an early lead, a wee bit of daylight at the beginning, has 3 points.
That was that McGrath and Kuhn. Someone that stuck with me for podcasting I listened to a wee while ago. So happy with that.
Now then, round 2. How well do you know your Scottish football stadiums? Round 2 is going to be all about stadiums and the teams that play at them. So question 1 of round 2 is which team plays at Balmoor Stadium?
This has got Alan's name written all over it. He goes to all these. Balmoor Stadium.
Balmoor Stadium, yep.
Balmoor.
Alan Alan, obviously,
I
and
don't know,
quickly
man,
these
that
guys are
is-
there.
Oh,
As a
listen,
man-
if I don't match points in this round, then something's seriously wrong.
Yeah.
Well, this is it, Alan. It's all very well having an early lead, but it's not necessarily about how you start; it's how you finish.
what he said.
But Alan looks a confident man here. Robert and Ross just waiting for the nod that the answers have arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's answers in. That's fine. Producer Martin isn't doing his job. Okay, question 2. Which team plays at Ainsley Park?
Oh, I know that. I know that as well. Oh, that's going to annoy me because I didn't know it.
I'm pretty confident that by the time you actually hear the answers, it'll click in your head. You will know them.
I've got that one right, 100%.
Everybody's answer been sent in. Yep. Happy days.
I know the
Question-
first one. I know the first one. I put the wrong answer in.
Question 3. I think question 3 is possibly the easiest one. Who plays at Starks Park?
Got that one.
All the answers in. Yeah. Oh, my apologies. Martin is doing his job. He's just changed how he was doing it. Question number 4. Which team plays at New Central Park?
New Central Park.
Some puzzled faces there.
I've had to guess.
Alan
It's
looks
a new. It's a
absolutely-
new. It's a new stadium, isn't it? It's a new.
Yeah, but you've got to say,
Ship or
Alan,
something.
Alan just looks like he's absolutely scushing this. This is.
I know. This is. It's not fair.
42 passport out, all stamped at every ground he's been to.
Not yet, Robert. Next Saturday,
What was missing?
Palmerston. So
All right, okay. Brilliant, love
Just
that.
bear in mind the time limit for
I
who.
know. Hang on.
Answering.
I don't know. Right. I'm just.
Okay. And the final question of round 2, question 5. Who plays at the Indodrill Stadium?
Oh, I've spent that. I've spelt that wrong. Auto corrected. Sorry.
Well, I've seen at least one correct answer in the comments.
Indodrill.
I think most people got Starks Park.
It's the only one I think I've got.
I'd be disappointed if you hadn't, to be fair. Okay, the answers are in for round 2, so let's go through the answers here. Question 1 of round 2 was who plays at the Balmoor Stadium. Robert, who did you go for?
Right, listen, I put Peterhead, but I actually think it's Cove, but I've put Peterhead, so it's Peterhead.
Alan?
Peterhead.
Ross?
My answers are going to be so random when I say them right. This is like pinning a map thing. Alloa. Only because I just guessed.
Oh, well, I can tell you that Alan and Robert are both correct. The answer is
Oh, it's
Peterhead.
Peterhead. Oh,
It is
wow.
Peterhead.
I'm delighted.
You're getting mixed up with Cove Rangers playing at Balmoral.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
it's that I am getting mixed up. You're right, mate.
You see,
Yeah,
I thought that might trip somebody up because of the similarity between Balmoor and Balmoral. I'm hoping somebody. Yeah, that's why I thought somebody would say. I hope somebody would say Cove. Question 2: who plays at Ainsley Park? Robert.
Spartans.
Alan?
Spartans.
Ross?
Just run Forfar. I just had to guess. I didn't honestly. I didn't know.
I'm starting to worry about Ross's prospects. He's falling away here because again, Alan and Robert both getting the answer correct. It is the Spartans. Okay,
Your
question.
time changed up here, Ross.
Yeah, question
This is
3
what
should get
happens
you
when
off.
you move to England. Listen, this is what happens.
Ross, this is your time
You
to
lose
shine, mate. You've
touch.
got this one right, surely.
I'm very confident about this.
Question 3 should get you off the map, that's for sure. Who plays at Starks Park, Robert?
Wraith Rovers.
Alan?
Wraith Rovers.
Ross?
What if I didn't say Wraith Rovers? No, Wraith Rovers.
Wraith Rovers is correct. Most people in the comments got that as well, by the way. I think just about everybody. So you've got always have got to have a gimme in there. Question 4 was who plays at New Central Park, Robert?
This is the only one I'm not sure if I put Cowdenbeath.
Alan?
Kelty Hearts.
Oh, Ross?
Honestly, these all sound random, but I just put Berwick. It's just for no reason other than.
Geographically, Robert was certainly closer than Berwick, but the correct answer, of course, is Kelty Hearts.
Well done, Alan.
Beath play at Central Park, Robert.
Yes,
What?
yes.
Cowdenbeath play at Central Park.
Oh, they play at Central Park, not New Central Park. Oh, that's horrible, man. You're horrible, Connor.
They're about 5 miles apart.
I might not have caught him out with Balmoral and Balmoor, but I have caught him out with Central and New Central. And final question was which team plays at the Indodrill Stadium? Robert.
Alloa.
Alan?
Alloa.
Oh, great. That's so funny. You've done that one. No, I said Clyde.
It definitely isn't Clyde, no. The correct answer, of course, is Alloa Athletic. And that's a full sweep, a full house for Alan and that one. Robert, 4 out of 5 isn't bad. Isn't bad. I'll just point out a wee secret to the people in the chat. Partly because, see, Martin obviously has the quiz and he'll probably win on this as well. The Indodrill Stadium is Alloa, but in my spreadsheet I put Montrose by accident. I don't know why I typed Montrose, but I did type Montrose. Anywho, the scores and the doors after the second round. Ross has fallen a fair bit behind on just 2 points, just the one right answer there. Alan has rocketed himself up into second on 6 points with a full house. Robert stays 1 point in the lead on 7 points as we move into round 3. Now, round 3 is a round where Robert has famously came undone a number of times. Round 3 is general knowledge.
Oh, why did you do this to me?
Going so well for Robert, and then a general knowledge round comes in. Okay. Question 1. Dougal's on 4, Sniper on 3 out of 5. That's, by the way, that's a good haul there, Sniper, for that round. 4 out of 11 for multiple man. Yeah, you're doing better than Ross, certainly. Yeah, not bad.
Shots fired, bro. Shots fired, mate.
The comments are across this sort of stuff. Honestly, we do have a very intelligent viewer base, I'll tell you that much. Okay, question 1 of round 3, the general knowledge round. Again, I'll give you multiple choice for this one, just to help you. Okay, in what year was Netflix founded? 1997, 2001, 2009, or 2015? Yes, yep. Your boy's doing you proudly.
Are they all multiple choice for general knowledge or just that one?
Just that one, I'm afraid. I can see one correct answer so far for that one. Everybody's answers are in, I'm told, for happy days. The second question, what is the capital city of Poland? And of course, very topical. Scotland, of course, will be playing in Poland tomorrow for the hopes of obviously staying up in their Nations League group. Again, a right answer in straight away for the comments. Okay, moving on to question 3. How many Scream films have there been? I can tell you what, the comments absolutely are cutting across it as far as that polling question goes.
I don't like horror movies, so I don't really know.
Oh, you're not a horror fan? God,
No, I'm a pussy.
You've just had spooky season as well. There were again a few answers in for this one as well. Absolutely. And question number 4 is, which company was initially known as Blue Ribbon Sports?
Blue Ribbon Sports.
Ian McDougall coming in there. Scream isn't horror. It's sort of pseudo horror in a way. It's kind of because it's taken a bit. Well, the first one in particular was taking a swipe at horror films and the genre in general because it kind of went a bit stale, but it rescued the franchise. Certainly, then I tell you what, somebody's got a right answer for this one as well, which I'm quite impressed with because I thought this was quite difficult. This, if I'm being honest, a couple of right answers actually come in. Remember, there is time limits, guys. 15 seconds. We're on the clock.
I'm in.
Martin is waiting on one.
I can't even make a guess on that, to be honest.
No, not even a guess. I mean, it's just a number. Okay, Alan's passed on that question. And the final question of round 3, the general knowledge round. Supersonic was the debut single of which band? Oh, Robert, straight in there, straight away.
Listen, if I've not got that right, I'll shut the laptop.
It's better be a recovery round for me, I tell you.
Yeah, well,
Listen,
I don't know if you go Scottish. Forget Scottish football. Just give me.
Yeah, absolutely. A recovery round can always happen. You never know, Ross. Okay, let's go through the answers then for the general knowledge round in round 3. So the first question I asked you was, in what year was Netflix founded? I gave you multiple choice: 1997, 2001, 2009, or 2015. Robert, what did you plump for?
I kind of went early, 2001.
Alan?
I think it's the most recent one, 2015.
Ooh, Ross?
I went 2001 as well. I think it's been around a while. But
9 years ago, that's quite a while still.
I can tell you that nobody has got that one correct. The correct answer was 1997.
I knew it'd been out a while.
They were founded as Netflix Incorporated. They were initially the old-fashioned DVD rentals, mail order DVD rentals that you used to get back in the day. And then 10 years later, in 2007, the Netflix streaming platform as we know it was founded. So there you go. The more you know. I'm just full of information for the people. Question 2. Now, given that Scotland are playing here tomorrow, I kind of expect some right answers. What is the capital city of Poland? Robert?
Warsaw.
Alan?
Warsaw.
Ross?
Yep, same. Warsaw.
Fantastic. We have a clean sweep. The correct answer, of course, is Warsaw. I'm delighted that Robert has not only got that right, but actually said a city this time rather than a country in its own right. That always helps when you actually say a city. Question number 3 was, how many Scream films have there been? Robert, what did you go for?
I went high. I went 6.
Alan?
I actually went 6 as well.
Ross?
Well, I went 5, so I went high as well.
Correct answer is 6.
Oh.
Yes, 6. The last one obviously was out in March last year. There is a 7th in the works, by the way. So it's not done.
Well, I'd read
not
an
done.
interview with somebody that a seventh was in the works in it, and that's kind of led me to six. So brilliant.
Yes, yeah. See, you never know where your information will come from.
Robert's actually got
Okay.
behind him for every one of his Scream films.
He's got a box set there. Okay. Question number 4 was, what company was initially known as Blue Ribbon Sports? Robert?
I think I've made a boo-boo. I put Reebok, but I think it might be Nike. I'm not sure, but I put Reebok.
Alan?
He
I
passed.
couldn't guess it. This and
You passed, of course, aye,
I'm
yeah.
going to pick myself when I hear the answer, but
Ross, what did you go for?
I mean, I went Sports Direct. I just, as a guess.
I mean, Sports Direct, you're lucky you don't get removed on this show for mentioning Sports Direct, I can tell you that much.
Legitimate business and all that, you know.
Yes, of course. The correct answer, of course, as Stuart Allison well knows, is Nike. Yeah, formed as Blue Ribbon Sports in 1964, changed to being Nike in 1971, I believe. So, yeah, it wasn't long they lasted as that. And the final question of the general knowledge round was, Supersonic was the debut single of which band? Robert?
Oasis.
Alan?
Oasis.
Ross?
Yeah, Oasis.
Yeah, correct answer, of course. Oasis. I had to throw a music question in there, and since they are getting back together next year, it just kind of felt like one to do. But a nice easy one. Okay. I need to do a quick bit of setting up for the next round. By popular demand. Here we go. This round is going to be...
What's the scores for the doors?
Oh, yes, I will take that. Well remembered, Robert, yes. Scores and the doors after that round. Ross, a bit of a mini recovery. He done not too bad. He's moved up on 4 points, still in last place. Then we shoot up to Alan on 9 points, and Robert still just 1 point of a difference in it on 10 points. It is very, very tight, and there is only a couple of rounds left now, folks. So this is what they call squeaky time. Right, this round is going to be all about. Oh, dear me, that's I don't know why that's happened. It's not giving it away, to be fair there. This round is going to be all about club badges. Now, we did this round the last time I hosted the quiz. It seemed quite popular. Robert actually wanted to do a quiz, just a 26 of these after it. So here we go, ladies and gents. Whose club crest is this?
It is good, this one. I do like it. How do you make that? Like, what is it you use to whip the wee bits out that are relevant?
It's just a wee editing tool. It's actually, for most of them, it's not that difficult. Most of them aren't that busy, although some of them can be. Yeah.
It's not just a giant rubber you've got lying about the house.
No, unfortunately not. It does take a wee bit of working. But it's worth it. Okay, next one. Or it will be the next one when I press the button. There we go.
Ooh.
Are these all Scottish teams?
Yes, they are. They're all teams that are in the Scottish in the Football League. So there isn't any teams that are in the Lowland or the Highland League. They're all Football League teams.
Aye.
Tricky that.
Yeah.
Alan, you're going to. I know this is your bag, Alan. I know it is.
I'm not 100% on this one. You know, once you remove all the wording, sometimes it actually changes the badges quite a bit.
You can do, yeah. Well, I can hear typing there. Okay, all the answers in. Let's move on to the third one.
Ooh, I do know that. I think.
I should have also pointed out to the guys at the start of this round as well that there's actually 6 points up for grabs here because there's 6 badges.
That's fine.
Okay. Again, I can hear that typing. Somebody's got a loud.
That's me. That's me.
I guess I was going to say Ross for that.
That's me. Right, I'll fine. I'll mute it if it's bothering you. But
No, you don't even. It's not bothering me at all. No, not at all. Okay, we can move on to the next one now. Whose badge is this? Ian Thompson there just simply coming in. No idea. Oh, I'm seeing a right answer in the comments.
oh no, I've
good.
done it wrong. You know, how do you go? How do you go
And-
back and take your answer out and put another one in?
You don't.
It's too-
As the
it's
answer
right,
to
it's
that. Okay, the next one.
Hey,
He's peace.
I should, yeah, I should play poker. Eh?
I mean,
Listen,
it's not like I can tell the future or anything like that, but that has now become a sympathy point for Ross.
Gosh, hang on, wait a minute. That's the wrong answer then. Oh God.
Listen, I mean, Ross, if you didn't get this right, then I think the game's a bogey for you. I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
just honestly, just kick me out.
Okay. And the final one, I believe. Oh, my screen just went totally black there for some reason. That's because the slideshow's ended. There we go. Okay, then. All answers in. And I just need to do a bit of jiggery pokery to bring up my answer slides. So just a moment. Well, let's sort that out. That one can go. And sorry, folks, this is fantastic viewing.
Watching the master his craft at work.
No, just while he's farting about, then Alan, obviously, I just wanted to kind of talk to you about the women's game, because I don't watch a lot of the women's stuff. In fact, none whatsoever. But the game was on, and I know obviously there was a big cast there for the rabble, so I stuck it on and actually thought, you know, if I'm being honest, second 45 was a decent advert. Kind of thought that, you know, both teams competed and gave, you know, a bit of action, a bit of something to look at. So hopefully that can, you know, propel the league a wee bit better off, because from what I was listening to at the start of the game, you know, a lot of the teams kind of split into part-time and kind of full-time. That's why there's been so many goals scored.
Yeah, listen, 100%. You know, the leagues sort of broken down into probably 2 or 3 mini leagues. You know, this year you're actually seeing it being quite a bit tighter, with Hearts and Hibs making quite a leap, you know, and kind of joining the big three for Glasgow. So obviously part-time teams are going to struggle, but I think you're bang on a banana and saying that it was a really good advert for it. You know,
Yeah.
No, especially the way the game went.
Yep, good results for women today. And as we bring in an impromptu women's show there in the middle of the quiz. Lovely. Right, okay. Answers in for round 2. Here we go, folks. So the first one that I showed you was this. Robert, who's this?
Clyde FC.
Ross?
I said Dunfermline.
Oh, I think that's an easy one as well, Ross. I've got to be honest with you.
I know.
Aaron?
Clyde.
It is, of course. Clyde. Robert?
Lost the ship on the gave it up.
Right, this one, I guessed. I went for Peterhead.
Ooh. Ross?
I went Inverness.
Alan?
Greenock Morton.
Nobody getting that one right. This one, of course, is Stranraer.
It had to be a
Yes,
City.
yes. You see, remember the last time out we had one, it was Queen of the South, and Martin at the time, I believe, I think it was Martin had guessed Stranraer, because they are quite similar when you strip back a lot of the stuff. There's a few badges similar. Okay, who was this one, Robert?
I went for Montrose.
Ross?
I went Stirling Albion.
Alan?
I think it's for Athletic.
It is. Aye, it is.
Correct answer. Forfar Athletic.
Oh,
Well done,
Done,
Alan.
Alan.
Well done.
Tell you what, Alan has absolutely surged since round one, hasn't he? He's really stubbed. Okay, Robert, who was this one?
Ayr United.
Ross?
I said Dundee.
Alan?
I think it's his 5.
Oh, Alan is absolutely smashing it. It is, of course,
Oh,
his time.
God. That's amazing. How would you possibly know that?
That's
Tell
very
you what,
good. That's
Who
Right,
knew,
let's keep
who
it.
knew that Alan was so good with stadiums and club badges? There we go. Okay. I mean, Robert, clearly we know who
It's
this
a
one
full
is.
house, surely. Aberdeen.
Yep, Ross.
I put Darvel, actually, but Aberdeen.
Yep, and Alan, I said it was Full House.
Aberdeen, full house.
It'd have been a bit disappointing if you had fell apart on that one, to be fair. With the other ones you've got. Right.
Nothing would surprise me at this point, Conan.
It's not all full houses associated with Aberdeen, but we've got a full house there.
It is Aberdeen. When I done my cropping, I removed the 2 stars and everything for the start, just to try and make it somewhat difficult, but it was never going to be hard. That's why they're the only one for the top 5, because they're all too easy. Okay, and finally, Robert, this one.
I went for Inverness.
Oh, he's winning for this. Ross?
See, I went Ross County, so
Oh, both staying in the same area then. Alan?
I think it's Inverness Cali Thistle as well.
No one getting that one right. It is, in fact, Annan Athletic.
It was the Thistles that done us.
But of course, Inverness Cali Thistle's badge is just basically a decorated thistle. There's no yellow or red or anything like that, like round it. Is that one?
All right, Con, it's easy when you're sitting looking at the photos, mate, and you've made the quiz.
Aye.
I think it's the Thistle that threw me off. I wasn't 100% on that one. So
Listen, you've done enough work there, mate. I think you've took the lead by a point there, if my reckoning's right.
Yes, well, let's have a look and see then. At the end of that round, as we go into the final round, we have Ross sitting behind on 5 points. Unfortunately, Ross, you can't win it anymore, but you can still recover a decent points haul. We then have Robert in second place, and right at the last, as we go into the last round, Alan has got himself just in front by a point, sitting pretty on 13 points. Okay then, as we move into the last round, I tell you what, we've absolutely flown through this quiz, by the way. As we move into the final round, I have just simply labelled SPFL history. So now, bear with me, folks, when I say history, right, bearing in mind my age, it's not going to be like the 60s and 70s here. That's just no. But here we go. Question 1 of round 5. Who won the first ever Scottish Challenge Cup in 1991? A shaking of head for Robert. If people remember the quiz that Robert wrote and hosted the last time and how difficult it was, he's had a bit of an easy pass on this one.
right, okay.
It's always interesting. Some people get their cup competitions confused when you say Challenge Cup and League Cup. Okay, question 2. In what year? And I'll no, in fact, I was going to say I'll get bonus point for the club. I won't. In what year was the last time that neither Celtic nor Rangers won the top division in Scotland?
Oh,
Got an answer in there. Comments. One right answer for the comments so far. A couple of people going sort of in between, I must say, either side of it.
I think I've shot the bed there.
Okay. Question 3. This will be an interesting one. This is a bit more recent than the first two were. In 2013, what was then known as the SPL saw its final season. Can you tell me who that season's sponsors were? And believe me when I tell you, whoever doesn't get it will kick themselves when they hear the answer.
It's one of two. Well, I'll just go with.
I think I'm going too far back with mine, but I have to guess something.
That's fine. Okay. All answers in. Question 4, sort of a slight relation to question 3. Who was the last team to win the SFL, the Scottish Football League, as in the SFL First Division?
Who was the last team to win it?
Yes, obviously in 2013 it changed, didn't it, to the Scottish Premier Football League.
Oh,
As
goodness me. Right.
so who was the last team to win the Scottish Football League First Division, as it was then known?
Listen, Alan, I've guessed every one of these, so you
Sorry,
might have done
Connor,
this.
sorry. It froze for me. Can you just say that? I'm not trying to delay for time. Say that again. What was this?
Yeah, so who was the last team to win what was at the time known as the SFL First Division?
So what is a championship now?
What is the championship
Right.
now? But at the time it was the first division.
Okay.
Couple of right answers I can see in the comments.
Who cares
Rob
about
Morgan.
Hang on.
the right answer? Maybe what I'm sending Martin.
Well, listen, it's very tight here. You and Robert are just one side away, either side, for getting the win in this. Okay, final question then of the final round. And I must say I'll be impressed, mightily impressed if people get this right. On February the 8th, 2000, what was that? On February the 8th, 2000, Inverness famously knocked Celtic out of the Scottish Cup, leading to the sensational newspaper headline, "Super Cargo Ballistic Celtic are atrocious." Can you tell me who the Inverness manager was on that night? Oh, I tell you what, Robert's got a slight confident glint in his eye here, like he might not.
I've got that right.
Oh, he's waiting and clicking, he's got it right. I tell you what, folks.
I have got that correct.
Mightily impressive it is. Some of the comments got it right as well.
Two guesses, but hopefully I went the right way.
I don't have it. I don't think I've got this.
It's one of the things about that night that I feel does get forgotten sometimes, who Inverness's manager was, because all the concentration, all the concentration's always in John Barnes and all the other stuff that came around that. I think we are we waiting for one? I think.
Yeah, I don't know this one. Honestly, I don't know this one.
Just put it in. Take a punt. Just think of a manager for that time.
In fairness, Ross, it doesn't really matter, mate.
I literally don't know. Right, okay, I'll just say anything, right? Because I actually don't know. Okay.
I must say though, Ross, that having passed it or saying having a guess, you might actually kick yourself when you do hear this, man.
I don't say that now because I think I've got it right.
Okay. All answers in. Here we go, folks. The answers for round 5, the final round. The first question I asked was, who won the first ever Scottish Challenge Cup in 1991? Robert?
Not a clue. I put Ayr United.
Alan?
Similar to Robert, not a clue, so I've guessed Dunfermline.
Ross?
Yeah, I said Falkirk.
Well, Rob, this might annoy you slightly, Robert, actually. So the correct answer was Dundee. And famously in that final, they beat Ayr United. On that day, yes, Dundee was the correct answer. Okay, question 2. In what year was the last time neither Celtic nor Rangers won the top division in Scotland? Robert?
Again, I guessed. I went 87 Aberdeen.
Alan?
1985.
Ross?
So I get confused by what Alan just said. I went 1987 as well, Aberdeen.
It was Aberdeen, but it was 1985.
Oh,
was
well
the
done,
correct.
Alan.
Some
I need a
people,
miracle here now.
some people in the comments are putting 1984. I don't know if there was maybe a confusion because it's obviously the 84-85 season, but it was obviously, it finished in 1985.
1987, Souness's first title. So
It was indeed, yeah. He's given his answers to questions he's not even been asked either. I've been incredible knowledge challenge.
He's I need a miracle here now. I'm 2 behind.
Well, listen, you've still got 3 questions to go. In 2013, what was then known as the SPL saw its final season. Can you tell me who that season sponsors were, Robert?
Was it Clydesdale Bank?
Alan?
Bells. I couldn't remember, so I went one of the old sponsors, so Bells.
Ross?
I was going to go Bells, but I said William Hill.
Correct answer was Clydesdale Bank. Robert
Oh, well done, Robert.
back there. Bells was, I think Bells might have been the last one of the old Scottish Premier Division. I'm amazed. I thought somebody might have went for the Bank of Scotland because they were probably the most prominent one in the SPL.
I just remember the ribbons on the when we lifted it at Rugby Park the season before. I remember the ribbons on the title.
Yeah, incredible. Okay, question number 4 was who was the last
tiebreaker, Alan? It could be a tiebreaker, son.
I've got a decent tiebreaker round up. I'll tell you that much. Question number 4 was who was the last team to win the SFL First Division? Robert.
Again, I guessed. I went for Livy.
Alan?
I guess Dundee.
Ross?
I went Livingston as well.
Nobody getting the right answer there. The correct answer was Partick Thistle.
Thistle, right.
Yeah, of course, come up that season, Partick Thistle, into the newly minted Scottish Premiership. Okay, this is one I'm really interested about, especially because Robert seemed to say he got it right.
And I need it now. I need it just to draw level.
So, as stated, on February 8th, 2000, Inverness knocked Celtic out the Cup. Super Caligari Ballistic Celtic Associates headline. Who was Inverness's manager on that night, Robert?
I went for Charlie Christie.
Alan?
I was torn between Charlie Christie and Steve Patterson, and I went for Charlie Christie.
Oh, that means it can't be a tie now.
No. Ross?
I didn't know. I didn't know. So I was way out.
So Alan, just remind me, Alan, the two you were torn between again.
Charlie Christie and Steve Patterson.
And you say Charlie.
Makes me think it's Steve Patterson.
The correct answer was Steve Patterson.
Well done, Alan. Well done, mate.
And the reason I say you might have kicked yourself, Ross, of course, because Steve Patterson, when he left Inverness, famously left because he signed for Aberdeen as their manager in 2002. So I thought the Aberdeen connection.
Funnily enough, I put Jimmy Calderwood as a guest, right? And only because, not because I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't Jimmy Calderwood, right? But the way my head works was, I knew there was a connection, but I couldn't remember. In 15 seconds, I couldn't remember it. So, no, fair play.
Right to go. The final scores on the doors then. Ross, you took part. You know, you done okay, better in some places than others, but ultimately you finished on 5 points at the bottom.
That's so fair.
In second place on 13 points, the man who led this quiz in the early goings for a large spell, but had a late collapse. Falls. Robert is on 13 points, and of course, your winner and the man who will be taking his place alongside Martin and Ian McDougall and the champion of champions at the end of the season is Alan on 14 points. Alan, absolutely fair for you. And I've got to say, I do think that for the stadiums round 2 onwards, you just...
No, listen, I was comparing against... It was the badges. He went ahead in the badges.
Yeah, the stadiums and the badges.
He went ahead in the badges, but the stadium round helped clomb back in because you were 2 points.
There, but the badges...
That's what I'm saying. He kicked on for it and never looked back.
A round each week me after the first round, so
Let's see how some of the commenters got on then. The very own Hamish, one of the people who you'll be in that Champion of Champions with. Comforting for you, Alan, is that he only got 12 points, so you never know. The Sniper, 14 out of 26.
I think they've been tied for the lead with Alan.
Yeah, that'd have been a tiebreak. Yeah, right, listen, not bad for the Sniper. Multiple Man, by the way, Multiple Man did come in with some great answers.
He's got form, Multiple Man. He does well
Yeah.
on these quizzes.
He was there, good in the comments.
Yeah, he got Partick, he got Steve Patterson as well in that round. I mean, great round there. 17 out of 26. Sniper, delighted that Big Alan's won it. Well, there we go. The quiz is over. There is no requirement for my tiebreaker question. So, but do you know what? We've got 4 minutes left in the clock. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to read it for fun, just to see if people know what the answer is. My tiebreaker question.
We could do an all or nothing, Connor, and if you get the tiebreaker, you win. So, Alan, come on. You're so good and confident. Let's just think about this, you know. I'm up for it.
Wilf Marshall, the stadium room is a gimme. Well, I mean, for Wilf, of course. I mean, there isn't a ground in Europe Wilf hasn't been to. But my tiebreak question was going to slightly relate to an earlier question for the first round. Remember when I asked about how many red cards there had been this season so far? So my tiebreaker was going to be
tiebreaker wins. So if you win the tiebreaker, you win.
Oh yes. Oh, see, I've always liked Martin. He's a good guy.
Martin's a point scorer. Martin's just worried about Alan and what he's going to do. But the tiebreaker was going to be how many yellow cards have been handed out in the Scottish Premiership this season so far. Closest to it.
Just put it in the private chat.
Yeah. If you put it to Martin, the private chat, and then I'll come to you individually once you've done that. To Mars, folks, because Alan has won and he will be in that final. A clash of the Titans, that'll be a day. Just wait to the end of the season.
You want me to put in the private chat this time?
I'll send it to Martin. That's probably a better way, but either way works. Whatever suits your off.
It's a guess anyway.
Okay, all answers sent in, boys. Okay, Robert, what did you go for? How many yellow cards?
73.
Alan?
213.
Ross?
176.
Well, I can confirm that despite Martin trying his level best to boot Alan out, Alan was the closest there. He was out by a distance. You all got Robert, you really undershot the runway because the correct answer was 308.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that many?
Yes. There've been naughty boys this season.
What a dirty league. What a dirty league we're operating.
Yeah. I mean, the incredible thing is, if you think about it, 308 bookings, only 18 red cards. That's quite exact. That tells you just
Well, that's what I was gauging it up.
Yeah, massively spread out. But even with that, Alan wins again. So it's it is as academic as it can possibly get.
That's a win for the good guys.
Slam dunk in it.
So there you go.
Unfortunately, the double was not to be on for Robert.
I think I done a Leicester the other night, to be honest, if I've been honest about it. So,
tell you what, by the way, can I just say, just cut it before we finish? Multiple Man, very, very close there in 275. I mean, that's a hell of a guess, that. It was only 33 out, which was, significantly closer than ours. Wolf. Wolf said 3. Okay.
I'm going to get our shut down, Connor.
Why?
The end of Wolf's comment there.
He said he had 3 of them. I don't understand. Anyway, I don't really know what that means, but hey-ho. Anyway, folks, Martin having a coronary there in the bottom. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, that is us. The quiz is finished. So thanks very much to everybody who was watching in the comments, everybody who took part in the comments. Some of you done quite well. And thanks to Robert, Alan and Ross. I have thoroughly enjoyed the last hour. We'll be back in the Scottish Football Show in a fortnight's time, with all the roundup of the action. Of course, keep your eye out for the VAR review show as well for members. That will be coming up in the next week or two. Also, I made the promise that I was going to do it, so I have to do it. The rabble will be back for the afternoon rabble at 12:30 tomorrow, and tomorrow night at 6:30 you will have the women's show where they'll be looking back on a win today for the women's team in the Old Firm derby, and then I believe there's a Monday night rabble off the back of that at 7:30. So plenty coming up, and yeah, so take it easy, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you then.